Hi everyone, Miss Elizabeth here for First Congregational Church of Muskegon, Michigan, our confirmation class. And today we are going to continue to talk about peace and justice. We are following the progressive Christianity curriculum that the church has purchased. However, I should let you know that we do not own the copyright to this material. Today, we are going to learn about a man named Thich Nhat Hanh. He stood up for his beliefs no matter what happened to him. He kept doing what he thought would bring peace to the world by helping others in need and by teaching inner peace and mindfulness. Thich Nhat Hanh is a Buddhist. He is called Thầy, which means teacher in Vietnamese. His teachings focus on mindfulness and meditation. Thich Nhat Hanh says, "You cannot transmit wisdom and insight to another person. The seed is already there. A good teacher touches the seed, allowing it to wake up, to sprout, and to grow." Some other quotes from Thich Nhat Hanh, who is an author who has published many books. One is, "I do not think that there is much difference between Christians and Buddhists. Most of the boundaries we have created between our two traditions are artificial. Truth has no boundaries." And also this one, "Sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy." And also, "Mindfulness is a kind of light that shines upon all your thoughts, all your feelings, all your actions, and all your words. Mindfulness is the equivalent of the Holy Spirit, the energy of God." We're going to hear about some of the events that happened in his life that made Thầy a good teacher of how mindfulness can help us recognize that Holy Spirit and the energy of God and that peace that is within us. He was born in North Vietnam, and now he is a Buddhist teacher. When Thầy was about 7 years old, he saw a picture of the Buddha in a magazine. He thought the Buddha looked so peaceful and happy that he decided he wanted to become peaceful, just like the Buddha. When Thầy was 16, he joined a monastery and lived with others who wanted to practice mindfulness and find peace within themselves. Although he had a peaceful life at the monastery, his country was at war. He watched many people suffering, and he wanted to help. He organized groups of young people to rebuild villages and help the injured. He encouraged people to find peaceful solutions to their differences, and he came all the way to the United States to talk about the importance of peace. But the war in Vietnam went on and on. Finally, it the war in his country ended, Tay continued to work for peace, but he wasn't allowed to visit his home for 39 years. That's a long time. But in the meantime, he started a community in France called Plum Village, which is where he lives now. Plum Village is a place for people to come to practice peace, meditation, and mindfulness. At Plum Village lived a little girl named Tui with her father. She was only 4.5 years old. When her father had to go into the city to find work, Tay took care of her. Tui and Tay agreed that when it was time for him to do his sitting meditation, she would brush her teeth, put on her pajamas, and go to bed. For many days they followed this nightly routine. Tay meditated and Tui slept quietly. On a hot afternoon, Tui came in from playing outside. She was very thirsty. So Tay poured her some cold prune juice. Because the juice had just been freshly pressed, there was a lot of pulp floating in the juice. And if you can see this, you really can't see through it. It's so thick with pulp. So Tui refused to drink it because it was so cloudy. She pouted. She went back outside. But Tay left the glass of juice on the table. After an hour had passed, Tui came back inside, thirstier than ever. Tay pointed to the plum juice sitting on the table. She picked it up and eagerly drank half of it. "Is this a different glass?" she asked. "No," Tay said, "it's the same glass. It has been sitting quietly for a bit, and now it's cleared up and it's delicious." And I don't know if you can see this, the solids. This is another glass, actually. So it's been sitting for a while. The solids have all sunk down to the bottom. And so that's nice and clear. And when Tui looked at the glass, she said, "Was the plum juice meditating just like you?" And Tay replied, "Let's say that I imitate plum juice when I sit." And now, when he teaches meditation, Tay explains that we should just let our thoughts settle down to the bottom of our minds so that they can be clear, just as the pulp from the plum juice settled down to the bottom of the glass, leaving the juice part more clear. See what you can do with that. Have a great week and try practicing some mindfulness to bring peace inside of you. Let your thoughts settle down. See you next time.